Okay, guys, so this is 8.3 in your textbook, and it's not quite called area of quadrilateral polygons, but it's 8.3, so you can see what it's called in your textbook. Anyway, they're talking about first the area within a rectangle. And I think most of you realize that the area within a rectangle, or a square for that matter, is side times side, right? So length times width, or side times side, or height times length, any way you do it. In the textbook, they're going to show you grid paper, and what you're doing is you're counting the little boxes within the grid. So if you've got a grid that is 4 boxes by 10 boxes, you've got an area of 4 by 10, which is 40 square units. Square units. Let's never forget that they're square units when you're talking about area, whatever the units happen to be. If you happen to not have units, you say square units. If you've got feet or centimeters or inches, you say square inches, square centimeters, square feet, square miles, who knows. All right, so area of quadrilaterals, area of a rectangle, here it is right here, this beautiful little rectangle. Is length or width times the other side, right? Now it's same for a square, except that the squares have the same side by the definition of the quadrilaterals. So you could say side times side, but you could also recognize that it's side squared. Which means side times side, right? So if this was a 2 by 2, we'd see that I have 4 boxes in there. I hope you can see it. You can like go to full screen and then magnify it. I might have been writing a little bit small. All right. Now, the other quadrilateral that we're going to talk about in this section is the parallelogram, and it is a little bit trickier. And you have to be very careful that you do not use the side times the side. Parallels are trickier. You can't say that it's this side times that side, or this length times this length. You can say the length, but you have to say the height. So it's the length times the height. And the height is not necessarily the side. So the area is the area equals length times height. Very critical difference. Length times height. And always look for the height. With anything with a slanted side, and like we'll talk about that with triangles next, you're not looking for the side, you're looking for the height. All right, so now what? What is the area of the grassy area around this pool? This is Noah's pool. It's in his backyard. He's got a great big green backyard, which he has to mow every Saturday morning. And it's 25 feet by 30 feet. And then his house is down here where the deck is and the grill, and where his mother is sitting watching him mow the lawn. All right, but later in the day, she will allow him to invite some friends over to the pool. That's assuming that we stop, what is this called? Quarantine. But anyway, his pool is 6 feet by 10 feet. It's kind of not a really big pool. I think it might just be something that she bought at I don't know. someplace and blew it up. So anyway, my question to you is, how much grass does he have to mow each day, each Saturday? What is the area of the grassy part of his backyard? How can we do this? And that's what we'll talk about on probably Tuesday. But first I'll have you look at this and you'll think about it and come up with an answer, because I'm confused. You know? I wonder what it would be. How would he get to figure that out? I'm not sure. But in any case, one thing I do want you to see this little HW over here? HW, page 352, numbers 1 through 20. HW means homework. Therefore, I want you to do all of those. But first, I want you to tell me how to do this, because I'm a little confused. All right? Help me out here, folks. Where is this thing?